opportunity.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, episode 12. Hope everyone's feeling well and enjoying the week so far. Obviously, as you know, international breaks just around the corner. Yeah, we're all looking forward to that. But as usual, I've got my co-host with me, Anthony and Hot Fuzz. Anthony, how are we, matey?
Oh, not too bad, Tim. I'm good. I had an interesting day today, but apart from that, that's everything. And listen, I'm looking forward to tonight's show. It's been a while, but I'm glad to see you back up on your feet and running around thing.
I wouldn't say running around, mate, but yeah, I'm back on my feet in it way.
Back on your feet anyway. It's slowly limping across or whatever it is you're doing.
Dragging yourself.
Yeah, just dragging me on my arms. Fuzzy, how are we, mate? Yes, interesting from your side of the footballing world, but we'll come to that.
Yeah, we are at the moment stewing in shit, or we're paddling upstream in this tiny little blow up canoe. Right, there's something that you buy out of them little in some places in Europe, seaside coastal villages. They have these little stalls where you can get like little inflatable boat things. We're kind of on one of those, and we're trying to paddle our way up Shit Creek. It's kind of the situation.
With his pair of oars. Is that right? What they call them? Tin hand on the right, vanish on the left.
Pretty much feels that way. Yeah.
Probably going around in circles, though, Anthony. That's the problem, mate. Because it's the instruction, which is all about. If you don't get that right, then you've got no chance. Let's say hello to our people in the chat.
I pulled the plug out, and it's spiraling.
Maelstrom.
Maelstrom, yeah.
Oh no!
Now we know. Now we know how it started. That's how it started. But let's say hello to our people in the chat as always. It's with us. And first one off is hi to the three amigos. Henry, hope you're well and enjoying life at the moment for yourself. Evening, Daz. Is it predictions tonight? Well, we've not got no predictions, but we can show you the tables. There's been some movement.
That's fucking ginger. Tolerance. Well, you're colourblind then, if you think that's red.
Domestics in the Herbert household. Yeah, going on the predictions tonight. On the table itself, there has been some movement, and there could be possibly a new leader at the top of the table. So we'll come to that. No games this weekend, Daz, because of internationals. Hope you're well, Matt. Good seeing you. And they're saying hello to each other on that. And they're always a good friend from Lexington, Kentucky. Hope you're keeping well, Lawrence. Come on, you irons, as always. I know it's not exactly near you, but you must be seeing quite a lot of it at the moment with the hurricanes going over at Florida, which is not great at the moment. We've just been watching some of that on the news recently. Or should I say fuzzy news.
They got it worse than Old Trafford.
Oi, lovelies. Oi, happy minute. Hope you're well. Good seeing you.
Hello.
And obviously to James, good afternoon and good evening to yourself from us, ladies and gentlemen, coming you irons. And of course, everyone's there. Happy's asking, how are we all doing? Anyone bought it with a break?
Yeah.
Well, for some of us, it's a blessing in disguise. But,
Yeah, I'm bored. I'm very bored already. The fact that nothing's changing either.
Oh, yeah, and get Ange sacked. Well, that was an interesting result, wasn't it, at the end of the day? To have a convincing lead and then lose it completely 3-2. That was quite interesting for the Spurs result.
It was. It was. I mean, I know a Tottenham fan. He was streaming live. It was Deji, and I gotta be honest with you, he was pissed. And I was watching his show, and all I had to say was I put on there, kind of laughed. I said, "Big up Deji. Hope all is okay. Remember, it's only a commercial." And then it just went peaks on from there for
Only a commercial. Yeah, so we've got England and Greece tomorrow, though. Yeah, that's not exactly some news come through on that as well. Well, happy just want the national so we can get back to some real football. Yeah, not exactly great when we have these internationals. Yeah, yucky dull ball in England. Exactly, just when we're looking at getting better too. Yeah, we get to see one Emma playing at least in Mavropanos. yeah, because Bowen not even featuring in this one. Can't be able to watch on the bars. I've better things to like to leave my fingers. Good grace. Thank you. Good evening, Michael. Hope you're well. Have weekend for a change. Yeah, don't mind that. At last, his face returns. Yes, the Botox and the makeup, it's all done very well for me so far.
That's just on his ass.
Yeah, shave, smooth, and everything else. Emmy's asking, when's Haag leaving? Well, we'll come on to that.
Never.
As Happy saying, can we all just take a minute and laugh at the Spuds?
Yeah.
Cool. Has Fergie ever thought of buying United from the Glazers?
Doesn't have the money. I wouldn't want to sell.
Spurs being Spurs. And Colin saying, good evening, lovely gentlemen, and everyone in the chat. Just want this international break over and done with. Get back to some real football yet. Good evening, King McKell. Hope everyone's well. Evening.
Hello, sir.
Can we have an half-time review of the league, Tony? Ooh, something we can consider doing maybe for... You ever thought about that, haven't we, guys?
What's that?
Half-time review of the league so far. Something we can look at. We'll have a look at that. DJ Crane, good evening to yourself. Big up to the return. Free Tony's Anthony and Hot Fuzz. Yeah, I'm good as well, Matt. Thanks very much. I'm all good. Michael's saying, well, we beat Spurs after an international break when we'd be above them when we started crap people calling for Loppy Z. Yeah, it's all a case of, early doors, as we said, just the results weren't going away, but it was a good result against Ipswich. It was quite interesting when you had Kieran McKenna saying West Ham are long ball merchants because of the result. And for once, Alan Shearer actually defended West Ham and shot old McKenna down.
Yeah. Well, you play good stuff in that game, Tim, if I'm honest. I mean, don't get me wrong. The scoreline was a bit of a shock because all the predictions, I mean, we did predictions and even not just on ours, but predictions on other shows. I would say at least 90% of those shows, they favoured Ipswich when they were the predictions, for the win. So,
yeah, I agree on that.
Yeah. But it's like what I said, you play good football and that, and as long as you keep it up. I don't know what he changed within that team, but it's like what I said, it's more likely going into your next game, if you're injury-free, because we don't know what the England lineups are going to be, do we, if Bowen's going to play or whatever, but if you're injury-free, you go in, and you see playing the same team and the same strategy, you played up against Ipswich.
Well, the thing was, he started with the Todibo in the defence. That made a big difference as well. I'm not saying that he was the game changer for our fortunes, but yeah, he looked immense. He, really good. I don't know. I think I suppose maybe the people, the players for a change have sat down and thought, we can't keep doing this. It's not good, is it? We knew there's a lot of pressure on the team. But yeah, they play some good football. And when you think, the first goal, when we caught them in the break, and I think you remember what I saw in the highlights.
Yeah.
And
Antonio,
good finish.
Yeah. I could believe it when it was because how many times we talked about Antonio on this show, like how old he is, and obviously the order, the legs are a bit slower and this and that. But listen, I mean, from the highlights that I was watching, yeah, he had a good game.
Yeah, the burst of energy. I mean, that came out of nowhere, but no, hey, not going to knock it. And of course, Paqueta seemed to be quite instrumental in the game as well. But we'll come on to him a bit later on as well with the extra charges that the Premier League are trying to get on him. But we'll come to that in a minute. Yeah, but yeah, fair play to West Ham. It was good to see, and 4-1. Yeah, take that all day long. Hopefully now we can be a bit more consistent.
Yeah.
And we say, did you bring a better manager home with you, Tony? Yeah, he's a decent one we've got at the moment. Henry, we will ask that question as well. I can throw this one back at you. What do you think about Klopp and Red Bull? I'd like to see you on that. Evening, guys. Evening, Niall. Hope you're well. Good seeing you. Interesting result. Yeah. Richard saying, hello, Tony. You're good and you're fuzz and hope you're okay, Ant. You look good with your Claret t-shirt on, Ant.
Oh, yeah. Come on, you idiots. Yeah.
Come on, you imbeciles.
Oh, my God. He's gone there. Really. Yeah, go there, didn't he?
He's got to do it. Who's good? Not Manchester United fans. Evening, Trip. Good to see you, mate. And, of course, our friend Budgie. Evening. Good to see you.
That's Richard and Fuzzy Trip. See how they are.
Yeah, say hello to each other. Smuggler, as he says. Yeah. And evening to Mama Flossie as well. Good to see you. Hope you're keeping well. Yeah, say hello to each other as always. Good evening, gents. Happy to see you back on the screen, Tony. Thanks, Budgie. Hope you're keeping well yourself, mate. And Trips obviously again saying big up to us in the panel. Yeah, Kieran McKenna talking out of his battle. Well, sour grapes, I suppose, Matt. And at the end of the day, if you were outplayed, I mean, considering they got a fair result the week before, I can understand his frustration, but you need to back up that kind of stuff if you're going to make them kind of comments. We've got the 4 points we want in the last two matches, so let's go, Hammers. Absolutely, Lawrence. Agree on that. Let's say hello to each other. We're just saying, and don't know if you've heard, but David Moyes is on the radar to replace Manning at Bristol City. All joking aside, he knows the club player for them. I'll take him there.
Yeah, I'll take him there. I'm surprised he wants to dip down to the Championship, to be honest with you. But they won't get him. I mean, they're tight. They're bloody tight, Bristol City. It's like any other football team. They always go for the cheaper option. And so they got more money to spend on players. The earlier the web manager's wages, the less money they're going to spend on players. It's a known fact.
Yeah. Henry's asking, won't they buy Bristol Rovers if they get relegated?
I will, and I'll get them relegated down to the bloody the conference, which is now the nationwide, isn't it? And I think I could dip them down a league below that, and I'll take a couple of million quid buy out, and somebody could buy me out. So that's good thinking, Henry. I might do that.
Lawrence is asking you, Fuzzy, did Man United jump ahead of the Hammers? Asking for a friend, apparently.
No, surprised we're not 20th. Surprised we're not already down in like bloody Vanarama leagues sponsored by like a paperclip company or something.
Yeah. I got good news for you, Fuzzy. There's only 2 points difference between you and Tottenham. So that's
that's fine. We're all shit. We can all hold hands and sit in a nice little circle of shit.
I was just trying to lift the spirit, the morale.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Michael, I agree on that, Michael. I think the difference was we played as a team, not 11 individuals. I think, yeah, big difference. It was more of a team effort, and it showed. I mean, it was a good standard from us for a change for this season. So hopefully we just got to start to improve on that now. I mean, Anthony's already said that before, So yeah, looking good. Mama Flossie's number one. She absolutely is. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, exactly. We had chemistry. We did.
Yeah.
Mama Flossie, Happy Emirates saying Moisty Moyes made a statement today saying he is taking time out from work and enjoying it. Jesus. Can't let things go, can he? Yes.
You know what, Tim? I like when you bring up the emojis when they do like "Come on, you Irons" and they got like the hammers in there. I tried doing that on your show once, and as I type in hammer or West Ham, an emoji come up. It was a fucking toffee hammer. I thought, well, what? All right, I'll send that. It's like, what's that all about?
You've got to do double hammers, mate. Then you get it.
That's right. That's what. But this is what I can't do. I can't seem to find that emoji. Is it something you've got to type in or something? And the emoji
No,
appears?
it's next to the hammer one on the emojis.
Oh, is it?
You'll find it there.
Ah, right. I must be mistaken. I was sending the bloody toffee hammer across, wasn't
I? Mark was saying Red Bull could be Emma's new shirt sponsors when Betway goes. They'll take that money if that comes in. That'd be nice. Can't take Ant and Fuzz anywhere. No.
You really can't.
No.
You really can't.
Big up to Lee at the Football Dad's Army. Big up the panel. Hope you're keeping well, mate.
Big up, Lee. Hey, Lee, question for you. Like what you said, is Arsenal playing like a Mourinho's team? He won't have Mourinho as a manager, but apparently we're playing like a Mourinho's team, a football team. We had this discussion on our WhatsApp chat, but yeah, feel free to put your answer in the comments.
Is that called double standards, Anthony? Evan, don't want Mourinho, but don't mind playing like Mourinho.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was saying. And I said, but if we are, I said, well, we can't be. I said, because he's won the league in trophies. We haven't. So I don't know what was, but Lee knows. Lee knows.
Yeah.
He knows quite a lot, this guy. He knows quite a lot.
As long as it's Super Duper Mick, the most handsomest Spaniard that Anthony knows, that can play terrorist football. But if it wins trophies, then he'll be happy, making up songs in the shower about his beloveds. His beloveds shooting stars in North London. Oh.
He's not shooting stars with him. He's one of those. I think he's a sparkler or something like that. He's not a firework. He's just still. Or is that like, and then that's it. He goes out. He's like, oh, thanks, mate.
Just a little fizzle somewhere.
Yeah.
Emery saying, I just saw the video of Klopp working with up-and-coming coaches. Klopp was a top manager, so I wish him all the best. Yeah, he's going to be sporting director or something with Red Bull?
Director of the Red Bull clubs or the Red Bull sporting group in football. So yeah, he's overseeing pretty much all of the Red Bull clubs. Leipzig, Salzburg, I think there's the New York Red Bulls club as well.
Yeah. That didn't really last long then, did it? That job he had over in Borussia Dortmund. It's like a coaching back ring kind of role, wasn't it?
Because I did see the only thing he kind of mentions is like, he wanted to come back into football, but not to be on the sideline. So
yeah. I think he's a good manager, but I think it comes a time in somebody's life that, I think I've had enough of this now. And unfortunately, Klopp was. It's a shame, really, because I would like to see him back in the Premier League as a manager.
Yeah, I think it'll take a big mega deal money, to get him over though. That's the thing now. If he was going to come in there. Good evening, Hendon Gooner. Good to see you. Good evening, Tony, Fuzzy, Anthony, and all in the chat and watching. Hope you're keeping well. Good to see you. And as always, Aces. Good to see you as well. Andy Murray, Fuzzy. Haven't seen Steve in a while. No, we haven't seen him for a while as well, Mum. Obviously, I've got to look to see where he's about. I think he's in some of the Hammer chats. He's in there, but I think he's still okay. Hopefully he is anyway. But yeah, we haven't seen him for a while either. And yeah, sound like Bristol Rovers tracker supporter. And so like Budgie.
I like him. He's a Tottenham fan.
He's all right.
He's alright, decent. I ain't got a problem with him. He's a Spurs fan, but I mean, somebody's got to support him. But on a good note,
This is true.
big up.
Anyway, can't understand what's gone south at Ashton Gate, to be honest.
No, oh yeah. That is. I mean, our last game was in the week. We played. I know in the week game we played Sheffield Wednesday. We drew 0-0. We're just not winning games at the minute. And the guy we got, Manning, bloody hell, ex MK Dons manager. Bloody hell, that says it all pretty. So we're a championship team and we're signing League One players. I mean, how far is that going to go? How far is that going to get you? It's going to get you nowhere. If anything, it's going to get you either relegated or fighting relegation. One of the two. So
yeah, because you apparently didn't do well today, did you? The ladies didn't do well at all.
No, they didn't. No.
Trip saying Chelsea after they signed around might be game over for everyone else. Yeah, well, they've tied him down, haven't they? And we've definitely got to kind of be kicking ourselves silly for missing out on the signing this player. Rumours Moyes was on the radar to go back to Everton. There is that talk as well.
Yeah. I mean, he did well for Everton. I think he will. I think he will. If Dyche gets sacked, why not appoint him? I mean, he always got him in the top 10. They're around about. So, and he's the only one that really understands Everton Football Club for the amount of time that he was there for. So, yeah, I reckon it'd be a good choice for him.
Sorry, go on first. Go
on. I think David Moyes should just go to Arsenal. I think he should suck a punch, Mikel Arteta down an alleyway, and just hide his body behind like some dumpsters, right?
Or put him in a dumpster. Yeah, at least
and then get the perfect Mikel Lego head thing. Just click it on, and he'll be ready to go.
Do you know what? We were after Moyes. We was after Moyes when it come up with Arsene Wenger. I mean, when he left, and there was talks, and Moyes was one of the players, the managers that came
players, up. Imagine.
And sorry, the manager it came up, but yeah, they went down a different route. They got Unai Emery in, as we know, and I never knew why we got rid of him. Not Unai Emery. I knew he wasn't back at Arsenal, which is obvious, but look what he's doing in Villa now. Doing a brilliant job at Villa. Yeah.
Do you know, Fuzz, as Eric would say, it's only a game.
From what I heard, football is, people ask me or tell me, it's like football's like a matter of life and death. And I'm like, I tell them, no, it's not. It's more than
that. Aces is saying if United lose the next 4 games in the Premier League, there will be relegation zone.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a question for you, Tim. Do you remember on that channel what we did? The Man United agenda, Mr. B, he had a picture of Ten Hag behind him, didn't he?
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Well, I don't know where that's fucking gone because it ain't on his wall now. And he said to us that is going to stay there, didn't he?
He did.
He's gone. I reckon he put on the barbecue or something.
Well, you know what me and you've got to do then. The next Man United agenda, we see him on there. We're going to him big time.
I did. I questioned it last night, and he put up the comment, and he skipped. Well, he skipped past my comment, and then carried on. I thought, yeah, you're going to talk.
Yeah, you ain't going to do it. You're not doing it. Yeah. Duran, look, 5-year deal for Villa. Thanks, James.
Yeah.
Colin saying, Tony, mate, it was nice to get that great win. Absolutely, but not getting carried away. Need to build on it. I totally agree on that. See you after the break. Need to start performing now. Nice to see you back and well. Thanks so much, Colin. I think if you look at it, I think having the break as well gives a chance of Lopetegui to hopefully build on this now and working on it in training, get the team gelling. I think the players have got a lot of input into this as well. I'm not being funny, Anthony. I mean, as much as Arteta's got the team where they are, I think, the last season or so, I wouldn't say it's so much Arteta. I'll say it's the players that's got you through to where you are.
I think it is, Tim. And you know what's been the big key of it? And I've noticed we've been winning games. But listen, makes you think of this as Arsenal fans, or maybe a neutral fan. I think we're playing good without Odegaard in the team.
Absolutely.
If he comes back, is he gonna struggle to find his place back in the team or no? Because I mean, we were worried that obviously for the amount with his injury and for the amount of time he was out, and that's like a piece. I always say it's like a piece missing out the spine of the team. But obviously, I think we've been playing all right without him. Calafiori at left back, Timber at right back because obviously Ben White's injured.
Yeah.
Is he going to cement his place there at right back over Ben White? See, this is number two options, but this is what we want in football teams at your club. You want competition for every,
yeah.
It's
vital,
position.
Yeah, and not being funny. Looking at the fact of, as you know, I've always said that for me, Odegaard is bang average. I've never kind of said he's a good player. I wouldn't say he's a great player. But it just proves a point that you can play without him, because with him, unfortunately, it's too much tippy tappy on the ball all the time. He doesn't, he likes to too many touches. Whereas now you look at it, you're getting some flow of football actually being played for a change.
And he drifts off on that right hand side where Saka is, and you're thinking, why are you there? Leave Saka over there, and you're in the middle. Come up the pitch more, But he doesn't do that. He drifts still, and because there's no drifting, because obviously with him not playing, there's no drifting going on, and we're playing a nice fluent game through the middle and obviously down both flanks now. Because I think Martinelli is sort of picked up his game a little bit with Calafiori being there at left back. I've noticed.
He had no choice, because you've got to think about it. You got the choice of Zinchenko, you got a choice of Trossard, and Morello being there as well. Kind of thing. There's chances, isn't there? So Martinelli had no more than the two pick himself up, because if he didn't get knocked down the picking order, plus the fact if you look at it, you had Sterling playing there on Saturday. Out on the left.
We did on the left. I'll be honest with you, Tim. I thought he was our poorest player on the pitch, Sterling. I really did. Alongside the experienced Jorginho, who's been the two worst players for Arsenal. I'm not saying they played shit. They didn't play that bad, but the other players around them, they played a better game. And I felt that. Listen, it was Ramsdale against his old team. Arsenal. He was Southampton. He made a couple of errors, but he was Southampton's best player on the pitch, apart from the goal scorer for Southampton. He went 1-0 down in that game. But I've noticed things now totally different with Arsenal Football Club this season too. It's either we're going to go a goal down, or we go 2-0 up, let the other team score 2 goals, and then then we're doing the counter attack like the last 15-20 minutes of the game. So I don't know if this is a different philosophy or strategy that Mikel Arteta is actually playing this season. Do you know what I mean? Because we do look slightly different this season compared to last.
I agree on that, but the thing that kind of made me, because you've just said something there about Arteta. So they scored first, and straight away you saw panic stations from Arteta.
Yeah.
What the hell? What was that all about? Why panic when it's so early into the game? But it just kind of, it's like, hold on, you're far superior than what Southampton are, but they've scored against you and it's like suddenly you've hit the emergency button. I couldn't get that. I couldn't really get that part, because he's suddenly all to the coaches and he's looking at it and they're all going through things.
Yeah. I
didn't get that part.
10 minutes into the second half, wasn't it? The 55th minute, because the first half was flat. It was boring, 0-0. Then Southampton scored 10 minutes into the second half, and then obviously what you touched on, he was like, shit, what are we going to do? There was panic station. There was worried. He looked worried as well. and then he's there and he's trying to shout instructions to the team, this, that, and the other, and then that was what happened. But I mean, we had a good performance all round. I mean, the problem was when you look at the lineup. I mean, bloody hell, he played Thomas Partey right back, Havertz in midfield, and I'm like, well, hang on, what's going on up here? Like, Jesus up front, and we go 1-0 down, and we're thinking, this is it, we're going to lose this game. But obviously, they stuck on in that. I mean, Saka had man of the match. Don't get me wrong, he deserved man of the match. But when Martinelli come on, I said it on Lee's show last night, he picked Saka. I went down a different road because I picked Martinelli as my man of the match.
Interesting.
Because it was one shot on goal, one goal with his first shot, and that was it. That was all he needed to do. And then the rest of it, he was sort of like down the wing, cutting in. So, he had a good game when he come on himself, Martinelli. So,
you're back anyway. Happy to say I'm praying Moyes gets the job and fast. Can't stand the wife suddenly getting him back in. Should all go tits up. Let's pray that doesn't happen. That's for sure. There's Lawrence and that mojo is when you're alone with your sheep.
That's the Welsh, not me. That's the Welsh.
They're the sheep shaggers.
Man City women's 1-0 up against Barker at half time. James is asking, Fuzzy, you Ten Hag in or out?
Out, and have been out for since the last international break.
Mm-hmm.
Should be
actually, when you did that, when you filled in for Tony on this, the good, not this show, the Sunday night takeaway, you was, I think you was up for Ten Hag. I think that was the last game you won, wasn't it?
I pretty much went Ten Hag out after I think it must have been the Liverpool game, Liverpool/Brighton game, which is like the second / game of the season.
Yeah.
So I turned quite quickly, but yeah. So
he was fuming Wednesday too. I went on Fudge's show on Wednesday. Wednesday just got last week, and first I got on. You was not happy, Bunny, was you? First,
oh no,
he was not.
Not at all. No, sure.
Wow.
I had to cheer him up a bit.
We're just going to try and catch up the chat, then we're going to go on to the Ten Hag and the meeting with Ineos. Michael Blaze is saying, interesting thought, Lopez's 2-year contract and Amarin's contract runs out at the same time. Very interesting. Yeah, you never know. I think also Klopp was headbutting it with FSG over transfers. Yeah, that doesn't sounds about right. Buddy's saying, I've got nothing bad to say about Anthony. He shows up in my live shows and he openly admits he's an Arse fan.
He's an Arse fan. He was on with what's he does the Bulletin Lounge.
Oh, Jeff,
yeah, he was on with Jeff last night. I popped in and watched a bit of that and put in a couple of comments.
And Mick, there's Mick as well. So yeah, Mick as well.
That's right. He was just budging
there as well.
Jeff.
Yeah.
And I said to him, big up, lads. Come on, you Gunners. Oh, sorry, wrong show.
Brilliant. Colin say, Tony, could we be the team that gets Ange and Hag the sack from their respective clubs? Ooh. Well, hopefully that does happen, Colin. That my two respective co-hosts will still be here for the next couple of shows if that is the case. Hopefully they still stick around and
I mean, personally, I think they both stay. I think they're great. I think they're doing a fine job. Give them don't throw them under the bus, not yet. I mean, they're in the will.
Well, the problem is, it's like as how Anthony says, he wants them to stay. I know people are like, "Oh, we'll be the team to finally give him the sack," but it's like, but why would you want to do that? Why would you want to? Why would you want to get a manager sacked? Because it means they'll probably end up no longer being as mediocre. They might get better. You might kickstart the thing that ultimately leads a club to the glory days again, like the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
you don't want to be held responsible for that, because then you'll just be like, loved it today, despised it tomorrow.
Mm.
Yeah. I just think
You
that
got
they got
AFC
respect.
always.
I didn't think that the actual
Yes,
players
mate.
got respect for Ten Hag, if I'm honest. And you've seen it. Apparently, they had a bit of a tiff, hadn't they? Ten Hag and Van Nistelrooy. The questions was being asked when they were, he was on the touchline, and Van Nistelrooy was sat in his seat, and they were exchanging words. I don't know if anybody's seen that, but I don't think they're all.
Yeah, there looked a bit of a disharmony. What I say on the highlights when they talked to each other, it didn't look good, I must admit. DJ Crane saying, Moyes back to United. Worked out well with United. Why not?
No.
Henry saying, do you think the state of managers available to manage clubs is very poor? Maybe not so much on the managers front. I think it comes down to the ownership sometimes. They're the ones that actually can be the root of all evil, as they say. They're the ones that can cause things to go tits up, especially when you get someone in. I mean, I know we're laughing at Spurs, but when you think about it, when you get someone like Mourinho in, you get Conte in, and you get a chairman that doesn't back them, you can see what happens. It didn't work there.
Yeah,
Whereas,
he's like a good manager walking into a field of fire. Basically, that's what it is. And I feel sorry for managers like that, good managers. But if they haven't got the team there, and they're thinking, well, I can do something, but you've got to be patient, so I can bring certain players in, so we can actually aim higher up in the league than what we normally do. Obviously you've got to give a manager a certain amount of time, but it depends. I get that you've got to give them time, but how much time can you give them? And also, is that time going to be on their side?
Well, it all depends. Again, it comes down to that chairman situation. I mean, look, you think with look at Chelsea when you had Abramovich in. Doesn't matter where you finished if you didn't get what you wanted, and that you was out.
Yeah,
pure and simple. We saw that. I mean, when you think, God bless him, old Claude Ranieri. He got Chelsea at the second, but that wasn't good enough, and he was gone back in the day. So it just shows you, really. Tony, I've heard at the time we wanted Duran. The Villa changed the goalpost, wanted 60 million. Agreed. But yeah, I get that, Colin. I do. AFC always is saying 24. Arsenal have dropped 9 points. Man United have dropped 38 points. Big difference. That's massive. God, I dread to think what we've dropped. Oh, yeah. What would I want to know that?
Clanger.
Biblical stinker. Biblical stinker.
Yeah.
Emery saying Jez made a mug of you, Anthony.
Did he? Yeah. So I actually put in the comments. He actually said he sent my mug out on Friday last week, and I still haven't bloody got it. So I don't know. I didn't know who was delivering it. I think he said it was a company called Snell Express, if I'm not mistaken. So
I thought you were going to say it's Ace Ventura. If that's the case, your mug's smashed to smithereens, mate. You got no chance there.
It's only just left. It's only just left Jez's postcode. I've heard. Let's move over to the next postcode. It'll be with you some point in 2026.
Yeah.
AFC always is saying Ten Hag spent 600 million and won the League Cup and FA Cup. Arteta spent 800 million and won nothing with his own team.
There you go. And I think this is what's keeping Ten Hag in a job. Is 2 trophies, and he's just going into his 3rd season now. So if Man United, basically, Fuzzy would tell you, Man United fans, they want top 4. If they don't get top 4, but Ten Hag, let's say he wins a trophy, he keeps his job for another season, in my opinion. And that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I see it coming. Big up, Dale boy. Good to see you. What's the crack, boys? What's the bleeding crack? DJ Crane competition like Fuzzy and the 2 Donners. What's the crack, Dale? Dale boys, way to it for me. We have Chelsea after the break. Palmer against Virgil and Canati. Ooh. Yeah, AFC always great one. Raheem stumbling.
I like that one.
Yeah, look, stumbled onto a massive undeserved salary for sitting on the bench.
It's true. It's true.
At
But
least it's only on loan, guys. It's only on loan.
two
Yes,
two seasons apparently he's on loan for. But
Two?
we're paying 100. Yeah, it's 2 seasons Sterling's on loan for, and
Oh,
we're
jeez.
paying. He's on two. I think he's either 250 grand a week or 300 grand a week he's on. But we're only paying I think about 100 grand a week or 150 maybe. But we're not paying all his wages. Chelsea are paying at least the other half or more. I think it works like 60-40. Chelsea's paying 60% of his wages. We're paying 40. So
Okay,
that's the
so
best way of looking at
that's
it.
probably, yeah, I suppose that's the way it works, isn't it?
Yeah.
Colin saying to you, Fuzz, whilst Morse is still available, he could end up at your club again. He would say he's unfinished business.
The thing is, right, is everyone says, "Oh, you go backwards with unfinished business." The thing is look at the way David Moyes acts after his jobs when he gets sacked. He's like, "Good riddance." The guy doesn't look back. He's not. He won't ever look at the Man United job and think, "I'd love to go back there again." Especially not with the way it is now. Because if the situation was bad for him back then, imagine how he got sacked in about 7 months. Was it in the first stint?
Mm,
He'd be sacked in 3,
yeah.
probably
Yeah.
quicker than 3 as well if he goes back. So yeah, he wouldn't get paid enough money, to be honest, and they probably wouldn't give him a contract long enough to get paid sufficiently. It's all just everyone would be losing across the board infinitely if they decided to go with Moyes. And Moyes, I think, would be one of the biggest losers out of it all.
Yeah. I get that. I do get that. Trip's been saying about Ange and his big, massive penis, and he's added on there, but
Okay.
said, I can't be hearing false criticism about Big Dick Ange, the Lord and Saviour.
Let's hell. I'm surprised you can see it. Oh, gee.
Yeah, do you not see the weird way that there's like one trouser leg is slightly bulged and the other one isn't? He struggles to hide that.
I
Take-
don't ever look at Angie's trouser legs, but do you know what,
takes
Buzz? I'm going to take your word for it.
He takes tips, right? He takes tips from Lady Gaga. It's fine. How to hide it.
Oh,
Google search how to hide the trouser snake.
How to hide the sausage. Yeah. Big up to Michael, Chelsea FC. Big up. Sorry, I'm late, guys. Just got back. Welcome back, Tony. Big up, Anthony. Hi, Fuzz. Trust the process. 10 August still here.
How to hide the one-eyed womb brew.
mm.
I used to
It's been
say
a
the song
nightmare
back to
since
West
you've been
Ham.
away, thing. Seriously, it's been a nightmare since you've been away. The Sunday night takeaway, your show on Wednesday, the stuff he's been coming out with is unbelievable. I was shocked.
Joe
see
saying,
that,
and he's loving the low
that's
block.
true.
Arsenal tactics. Arteta's a coward.
He is a coward. He is.
Sorry, Fuzz, you used to say?
You should watch the American Idiot show. That'd be an answer.
Oh, yeah, was it the American? Yeah, Friday.
TJ and Dow. There's some provocative comments on that.
Oh, there was. Yeah, but that was pissed. He was drinking whiskey.
What?
He was drinking whiskey. He had a cup like mine, and he's filled up with whiskey, and he's drinking whiskey like that. And what he said, wasn't it, on the show? I always thought fair play to it. Only Dal could come out and say that after a few whiskey. He said about Man United playing. He said, "Yeah, but what happened, Fuzz? What would you do if Man United was playing, and then suddenly Ericsson went, oh, and he fell down in the middle of the bloody football pitch." I was like, oh, fuck, he's gone there, hasn't he? And then Fuzzy goes, well, he must probably be dead. And I'm like, oh no, it's getting worse. Sign off. I'm surprised the channel wasn't taken off. It's like in the show. Sorry, not the channel, the show. It's like, fucking hell.
Wow. Michael Bleed is asking us a question here. Thoughts on the Man City versus Prem looking like owners will not be allowed to loan clubs money. Also now, so Arsenal could be in trouble if that happens. Because apparently the clubs had a meeting, didn't they, regarding these charges against Man City as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think one way or another, somebody is going to end up with egg on their face. Whether that's
But then
Premier
again, I
League.
can't remember. I think Arsenal, we did loan. I think if that was the case, did Arsenal loan some money to a team? And I think they were low down in the division. I think, if I remember correctly, I think it may have been. Was it Coventry City? They were going to go into liquidation at one time, going back a few years ago. I think we lent them. I think we lent them some money. Because we obviously out of the kindness, I suppose the owners was being kind in that, sort of thing, and they done that. So because teams like that, Coventry, we used to be them in the Prem. Do you know what I mean? So I think if a team can help out another team in one way, I'm all for that team. You know what I mean? I'm all for it. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's the team's fault if they're into liquidation. They've got to be studying their books, and that's. I don't think Coventry was doing that. But listen, they cried out for help, and Arsenal did help them in one way.
Yeah, but I suppose with all this, FFP and all that, whatever you want to call it now, kind of thing, it puts it in a different perspective. And as you know, during this week, I mean, City obviously have won the one of the charges, which is the sponsorship deal, or the sponsorship deals. So they've actually kind of won something over the Premier League there, even though the Premier League won't admit to it. And I think that's, as you said, this is who's going to give way, the Premier League or someone like Man City. Because at the end of the day, if it's the Premier League, then for other clubs, you imagine what that does. What it does for them now. Especially the likes of when you think about Everton and Forest, they've got deducted points yet again, and yet these things are still going on. But the Premier League, I think, has also got a lot to be accountable for. I mean, we mentioned about earlier on, I said we can talk about Lucas Paqueta. Now you look at that; they're now looking to basically put two other charges on top of him that basically could ban him for life.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, it's like like with you two, if you go out and Fuzzy forgets his money and says, "Here, Toon, I can't buy any food because I've got my money. Can you lend us a tenner?" And you say, "Fuck off, Fuzz. What do you think I am, a bank? Can you go? Come on, you fly planes at your airport. You've got to have something." Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I didn't fly in, Fuzz.
I'm just catching strays. Don't worry about
it. Catching strays. Dan Ashford wants Eddie Howe to replace Ten Hag. And big up to Ravi as well. Big up, lads. Long time, but you're back, so it's a good time. Yeah, thanks, Ravi. Hope you're as well. Allison's out. Keller is ill, down to the bare bones. Yeah, that's not looking good for Liverpool, is it? November, they're talking about him coming back. Ravi, straight in a question for you. Question for Fuzz. Thoughts on Ineos? Can they bring United back to some sort of glory?
They have a 100% chance of bringing Man United back to some sort of glory. Depends on what glory that is. Could be glory of winning trophies, or could be just morning glory, reminiscent of a past life. So,
talk to me about morning glory.
Bad experiences.
Oh well, could be. I'll let you know after 10 o'clock, Buzz. If we go with it, if it's in after 10 o'clock, yeah.
Well, it was morning glory in the dreams until you actually woke up and realised what was going on. So,
yeah. But it was more a fucking nightmare, actually. But it's just.
Dad's asking a question here. Big up, Tony, mate. When do you think we will hear the refs talking to VAR? Do you think this? I mean, obviously, January we're going to see the semi-automated VAR coming in? Do you think this is an opportunity where we're going to hear refs talking to the VAR people so we can actually hear what's going on?
Semi-automated VAR, was that?
What they did in the Euros. What they did in the Euros.
Voice.
That's the one.
AI-generated voice audio. It's just like, this is the decision.
They've Wimbledon getting rid of the line refs, aren't they? They're getting rid of them. You got it's all kids there. You got Wimbledon get rid of them, and then all of a sudden football introducing what they did in the Euros with VAR. But I think it
I
will
don't
be
know.
about.
I think I'll all be for that. But listen, what I would like to see, and I know Mama Floss has mentioned it. There's only one referee that's done it. Could this be where a referee can override a VAR wrong decision? Because if that can possibly happen, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
but apart from that, no, I don't with all with it.
Yeah, I suppose it comes down to that point, doesn't it? I mean, obviously, what they're going to give.
Yeah.
What power they're going to give, and what leeway they're going to also have as well. It should be an interesting one. Big up to Bargav as well. Tony Anthony, Fuzzy, and Mama Flossie. Hope you keep well, Bargav. Yeah, he's at the additional break. They sound like each other. Bargav's asking what happened with Kudos. Not so much. I mean, it's there was talks of some bit of a set to with him and the manager, but it seems to have all calmed down. And looking at the goal he scored on Saturday, it's all sweet and sherry, as they say. So hopefully it's all back to normal. Jim Ratcliffe asked Dan Ashworth for his choice, and he said Eddie Howe. Not going to lie, United fan base got some funny memes. Ravi's asking a question for you, Anthony. Thoughts on other fans saying Arsenal are scary and unbeatable and have world class in certain players?
No. I mean, I don't think we're scary. Don't get me wrong. We have got good players there, but in all fairness, we got good players if we don't get injuries. But I touched on it earlier with Odegaard. With that's and Ben White. That's two first teamers that's injured, and we're playing well without them. So in all fairness, we're limited to depth. I mean, the where we're weak is up front in the striking position, and also I feel that we're weak in the midfield area as well. There's a question for you, Fuzz, then. And but yeah, that's where we're that's where we're that's where we're weak. But listen, we got a window coming up in January, but I feel that we might get some. It won't surprise me. There's probably all be to this. I think Arsenal. I reckon they might get their striker in January. I really do, because I think Jesus. I think this is going to be Jesus' last playing days at Arsenal. I think he's going to leave in January. We'll sell him. The money we get for him will go towards a striker. I really do. Yeah.
Watch his space, we say.
I don't think you will sign anybody, Tim, because you made enough. Fucking hell, you've made how many players you signed? 29, in it. One more than Betty Forrest. Jesus.
I think the only thing we'll look at, it depends on this full crew Antonio situation. We may go in for a striker, but who it will be is another thing. Ravi saying early doors. He's injured at the moment. Yeah, he's injured. Ravi saying early doors. Thoughts on how West Ham can build from performance from the last game. Yeah, as I said, I mean, hopefully this window, this little break that we're having, gives the opportunity to actually kind of work on things and improve on the confidence. Hopefully that we'll see that. As we know, his Edge is a big dick. Well, as Matt, as Fuzzy said, one trouser, there's some bulge thing going on. So it's apparently do that. Come on, Ten Hag has more trophies than Southgate.
The way he sort of walks like that.
Well, as Ace saying, that's kangaroo stuff down his trousers.
Oh, brilliant. So, Fuzzy, if you say on your show, Posca trouser snake, I know you mean.
Well, look, Mama says there, do we really want to know, Matt Foster? Yeah. Yeah, Colin said we want to ship Moyes back to Scotland where he belongs. I think his time will go there. One of the Scottish clubs. Fuzzy and Anthony, great stream on Sunday. Great to see you all guys back together now. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, appreciate that. Man City Newcastle connection feels wrong.
I mean, one's Saudi Arabia and the other one's United Arab Emirates.
I've seen
I'll see
in
the proof
pudding.
of the pudding.
Hey, look, I think when he's got the arm up like that, he's like,
Mother Flossie, the Nation League is just more money for UEFA, good for San Marino and Andorra, but for anyone else, no. Yeah. Either nice or manic. Hope you're keeping well. Good to see you. Over in there. Yeah, Man City changed the Premier with inflated sponsors allowed. Could be interesting. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see.
I'd love for Manchester United to pick up a brand new water bottle sponsor called Postman Pat that for some reason annually generates sponsorship revenues of upwards of like 20 billion a year. And it's just like, well, I mean, it's legal, guys. Postman Pat is funding Manchester United 20 billion a year, and it's perfectly legal. So, why? I mean, why not? You know,
Must be all right.
off you go. £20 billion transfer window you could do if you want to. Yes, get some of that. Sure, why not?
Love that. Love that. Arsenal Manic saying, finally, West Ham chalk a win, and we see Tony. I don't flip flop, mate. I don't.
oh, he's flip flopping. Yeah,
He might have spun us all.
Let me just get the cigar out. Yeah, no problems at all.
Yeah. That Leo football dad's army, he's the biggest flip flop I've ever seen. 1 minute he's Arteta in, the next minute he's bloody Arteta out. God, blimey.
Two-headed coin, mate. Look, old school gunner. Big up Dave. Hope you keep him well, right, lads. Smash the likes and subscribe. And also, make sure you go and see Dave's channel as well. Old school gunner. Let's sound over to each other. Yeah, us against Palmer, who wins? Oof. I don't know. There's no competition here. In a way, it feels so wrong to be limited as an owner, not being able to help your club grow. Yeah, but sometimes, by Gav, the owners limit their own selves, really. I mean, God, blimey, the Kearns at West Ham also all had the analogy, short arms and long pockets. Made tons of money in that, but basically didn't like spending the bloody thing. Colin saying, Tony, question, what player did West Ham sign who was a teammate of Moyes, and what club did they play for at the time? Oh, blimey.
What player did West Ham sign who was a teammate of Moyes? And what club did they play for at the time?
If he was a player, Moyes, and what player did West Ham sign who was a teammate of Moyes? Is this going back to when he played for Preston? Because Moyes actually played for Bristol City as well.
Bristol City as well, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking if you can remember those, I think it might be from that. Actually, I don't know. Would it be from that? No, it won't be because they would have retired by then, wouldn't they?
Probably by then. Who's the other fella? Trying to think there. I'll come back to you, Colin. That's tickled my brain, that has. Mark saying the Maketa thing is bullshit. They had his phone for 2 months, so bought a new one and then binned his old phone when he got back. So 2 months wasn't long enough to go through all data. And of course they are, Michael. I mean, at the end of the day, they want to set an example, don't they? And if they've not got nothing on a player, just like we're saying with all this situation with City, they're just going to try and do their best to get something out of it so it makes them look good. The agents take a huge cut of the wages for getting the player the deal. That's the greed. Yeah, it's the agents that take the money. It's capitalism. Yeah, capitalism. Yeah. Evening, Pepsi. Are you doing well?
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, right. Bargav saying about this Amanda Stavely thing, but we haven't heard much going on with that with Spurs, is she? So.
No, Daniel Levy keeps putting down the calls.
Yeah.
She keeps knocking at his front door. It's just like, hi, Daniel, can we have a talk? Close the door. Just straight in her face.
Full crew could be out until January. Bloody hell.
He's fucking put it in the comments as well. I mean, it's all right. You got.
I'll get there.
You'll get there. He's my brother.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Big up to E. Ross. Big up, gentlemen. Good to see you. I'll be keeping well as well. She was leaving as an investor. She was overstaying 4 to 5 years. She's looking at Spurs now. Yeah. They're saying loan there. Pepsi saying Anthony's still bottom of the FPL.
That I don't know what's going on there. I keep saying that, but thanks for the reminder, Pepsi. Actually, no, I was top, and now I'm second. McManus is top. I'm second. Lee's third. Fuzzy. We looked on last night's show. He's one place above bottom. Fuzzy. And Tone, I think you're round about 20th, if I'm not just 27 or 28, 2018, sorry, and you're 20th. So,
Yeah, I'm not like Fuzzy. I don't think I've actually tapped into it since I first started the thing.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, Eros is asking, where the hell is Wurzel? But Tripp has already said.
He popped in,
Wurzel came. Wurzel left.
Yeah.
Falk out till January. What is going on there? Yeah.
Saying that, same Fuzzy, would you have Wurzel? Would you have him as manager of Man United instead of Tenag?
No.
Oh.
No idea, Michael. There. Seen to his tractor. You missed him, yeah. Yeah, damn, I missed Wurzel. Big up Trip, yeah. Question for all three. What do you expect from all your owners as a minimum? Well, I'll answer that for West Ham first of all, and that we hope that he sells up this year and the club can move forward. That's an easy one for us. What about you? What about your owners, guys?
I'll let Fuzzy go first.
Well, I'd expect them to get us out of a banter stage, make us a serious club, actually look like we've got our shit sorted out, and go into every season serious about ambition. So yeah, that's where I'm at with my owners. But I know it's going to take time. Can't wish for it overnight, but. Lads will be there. Will there be a live stream on Xmas night? It's a Wednesday. I want to give my predictions for Boxing Day. Let's piss the woman off on Christmas Day. Let's fucking do it. Let's
do it. Do you know what? I don't have a problem with our owners thing. I said it all on shows. He's back to our 850 million quid.
Yeah.
I think Jez. He touched on it. I thought it, but Jez actually come out and said it, and I'm glad he did. I think he said it on his show earlier tonight. He's doing these spotlight things on his show, and no copyright here, Tim. You can't sue him. I think he's got into Edu and Mikel Arteta's head. If you want some of these if you want a player or two in January, you've got to sell before you buy. Because I think we've already given you enough money to win this Premier League, and obviously he hasn't come up with the goods, Mikel Arteta. So I think he's going to have to start selling before he buys.
Yeah, because it's an interesting. But bear with me, I'm just working. Come back to that. Yeah, I think the main thing is that, like for Arsenal this year, you've actually kind of got some competition for a change, as we said earlier. Something you haven't had for 2 or 3 seasons now. So the club's kind of bought in the right direction, even though it doesn't seem like they've bought much. But it seems to be a lot better for them.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's what will happen now. And it's rightly so. I think I would do exactly the same if I was the Cronkies. You see, well, look, you've got to sell before you buy. We back here. You haven't delivered, so go ahead, do what you've got to do.
So as we're going through these here, Neil Orr and Moyes played together at Morton, centre-back partner. Okay, there you go. Neil Orr. Him and Moyes played together at Morton, centre-back partner.
Oh, together at Morton.
Neil or who?
Neil or who?
Shut the fuck up.
Do you think Chelsea will get away with charges when Abramovich was owner of Michael Chelsea FC? That's a good question for them. Whereas we're too good for United. So, Fuzz, what do you think about? Excuse me. So Ineos, Ineos had this apparently 7-hour meeting about Mr. Haag, but as of yet, nothing's come out of it. Have you heard anything?
I think, right, that there's quite a possibility that there was probably a decision pre-made before this international break. We won't decide anything now. Let's give it a little bit more time. Let's worry about things later on. But all the British media have essentially gone absolutely apeshit over it. Right? They're constantly like, oh, they're deciding his future as we speak in this meeting. They're going to sack him. They're going to sack. I don't think they actually really decided anything. They just probably just talked about the situation and left it at that. And the like any decision that would happen probably will happen later on, which I think is a stupid mistake. I think they should have sacked him literally straight after the game on Sunday. Ineos Chiefs favourite Gareth Southgate as next Man United manager. Thank you. We're in a win-win situation. That is not true. David Ornstein confirmed that. Apparently, again, it wasn't true in the summer. I'll tell you what it is. British media bias, because they like to get the Brit into the club. Right? Get your Brits, your fellow Brits, in the jobs. Jobs for the boys. That's what it's all about. The BBC want your British passport holding people to get all of these jobs. That's all it is. So all of these media guys, oh, every other manager that's not English sucks shit. Get him out of there. Anybody who's British born, yeah, get him in. I think he's fantastic. I think he's better than Pep Guardiola, you know. I think he is. Genuinely way better than Pep. He's tailor-made for the club. It's probably what some people would say about Gareth Southgate and Manchester United. They want a British manager in the job. That's why you hear it so much. That's why you hear it. And if it's not coming from mainstream media outlets, it's coming from rival fans that are desperate to see the final nail hammered into the coffin. Unfortunately for them, I don't think there's people, or that many people at the club, that are stupid enough to say, well, yeah, Gareth Southgate, that's so hated by people in his own, people in his own country, by his own support unit, is, I think that would be an excellent decision. Put him into a club that's in a really, really difficult situation.
Yeah, I suppose we just got to see, because I know by his account, he feels like he's relatively safe at this stage. But as you said, the media are thinking other things. But only time will tell. I think it comes down to possibly the next couple of results. Would you say?
Oh, I mean, if we come back against Brentford and he's still in charge and we get slapped up by Brentford, I think everyone, like, you'll probably hear it all over the place. I mean, if it's not Sir Jim Ratcliffe at the game, guys like your CEO, director of footballs, and all of those people who do attend these games are going to be hearing people voicing their discontent. It's only going to be so long before the fans that go to games sort of get out of this habit of, well, I'm at my second home now, so irrespective of what happens, we could lose like 500-0 and I'll still be screaming like I'm a little Swiftie at a Taylor Swift concert. Like, you wouldn't do it. You'd be so pissed off that you'd be screaming for change. And it's as soon as they start hearing that in the stadium, they'll go, right, now we're really getting into toxic state now. So now we need to make change. We need to really enact change and fast. Because otherwise it's going to get out of control. It's going to start spiraling. So
that's the thing. I think you've got to do it early. Otherwise, you've got no chance, really. The recovery will be disastrous in certain respects. But moving on from that, Ross has got one for you. If Arsenal don't win anything this season, what happens next?
Another contract extension.
Well, it is. Do you know what? I think he should go personally, but obviously he's just recently signed a contract extension. Fuzzy just mentioned it. I think that extension was offered too early in the
Yeah,
season,
yeah, great
so
too.
it should have definitely have been offered at the end of the season. But what can I say? He was on 8 million before that contract. He's on 12.5 million a year now. So,
Mm,
and I think it's a
yeah.
3-year contract he signed as well. I think they didn't think it through. I think they ballsed up, to be honest with you.
Yeah, haste as always. No, Richard, you haven't missed it yet. We're
Yeah, you
coming
have
to
to
that
sit with it.
shortly.
You have to go back and watch it. Stop
Yeah.
in bed every day. Yeah.
10 Hag stand is beyond ridiculous and very funny. Yeah. Henry's asking, do you think other clubs should be investigated for FFP, etc.? I think that'll come anyway, or some shape or form.
They
You'll
did
hear
last
something.
season. They did last season. They were they basically they were knocking on Arsenal's door last season as well. FFP.
You'll come, mate.
Yeah,
You'll come. The club's going to find it because everyone's kind of like,
yeah,
if we spend this, have we deducted off of this? Have we kind of included this? It's going to come.
yeah. So that's Man City with that charge that they got off now. So that 115. So what's that now? Brought that down to 114 charges now, is it?
Yeah, 140. Well, was it 2 sponsorship deals though? So 113, but what was I say?
113. Yeah. So they're going to pinpoint the easy ones. That's what they're going to do. And they'll just flick them off like that and go, yeah, this, that, that. I can't see nothing coming from it. But I got a funny feeling this could last up until 2030. There'll be a couple
We've
of ones
already
in there.
alluded to this before. I mean, like because they can appeal and appeal and appeal, and just literally long it out for that period of time. So yeah, very interesting. Bugger saying so. Jim isn't an idiot, Fuzz. How good do you think his football sense is, though?
Good enough to have a team filled with people who do have football brains, that have experience in building clubs to success, to also chime in with opinions and their viewpoints, and then you decide off the collective and by general consensus. So if you've got Omar Barada, who's overseen Manchester City's rise to dominance, complete and utter dominance across this country, then, and he says, yeah, no, I think, getting rid of Ten Hag is the right move now. I think Sergio Raq's going to go, well, that's a very valuable opinion. Somebody who's been in the game, who's got skin in the game for a while now. Yeah, I'll back that decision. It's the idiots like Joel Glazer who still has a sale that you've got to worry about. He's still around. He was at that meeting. He's probably sat there just nodding his head along like the Churchill dog, like dashboard things. So you can
just knocking his heads around. Yeah. To be in that room would have been interesting. Big up Mr. Joshy J. Big up Early Doors Football TV in the chat. Ineos needs a double wooden spoon for not sacking the ball through. Yeah, look, yes. As Mama Flossie said, Henry, I would say most clubs have a dodgy deal somewhere. Of course they do. So Jimmy's up there, heart to hate. Of course, his interest is in the club at the end of the day. Thanks, Trip. These Arsenal fans chipping at Southgate with Man United. At least he's got in 2 finals more than Arteta at Arsenal.
Yeah, but Rich, that's a bit stupid because, in all fairness, that's international. Look at the players that England's got international-wise compared to the players that Arsenal's got club-wise. But there is a bit of a difference. I understand why you put it because he wants to have a laugh and a joke. He wants to take the piss, but that's the younger sibling for you, isn't it? But I mean, the older ones are always wiser. Just remember that.
Okay, yeah. Mike Asher is always doing dodgy deals. Yeah, it's true. Ten Hag will be sacked after 2 minutes.
Associated with lies. Media is built upon lies.
Yes. Yeah. As you said, Fuzzy, Richard saying the same thing. Ten Hag will be sacked after 2 minutes against Brentford if they take the lead in the games by then. Yeah.
Yeah, and Bomo curling effort. Curl one into top bins, and you also curl one out on Manchester United or Ten Hag's chest. as a celebration. 2 curlers within 60 seconds. Unbelievable.
No one fans want to matter, Mama. Where is Ashley now? Well, he just tried to buy one of the other kind of retail corporations and failed. So he's still trying to do some dodgy dealings. Welcome back, Lawrence. Sorry for my delayed responses. Making pork steak and burgers in Lexington. Oh, man.
Does that come on, you idiots?
Yeah.
See, look, we got how the other half live: pork steaks and burgers, and then he's having macaroni cheese.
Macaroni and cheese. Blimey.
Oh, look at this one though from Michael. Like, Arteta wants the Man City job when Pep goes.
I agree with that. I totally agree. I've said that for years now. I think he's the next candidate for Man City. I really do.
Yeah, but can you see him taking him?
Well, I fucking hope so, because we ain't winning nothing under him, are we? So, it's just, you know what? I think if Mikel Arteta goes and he goes to Man City, we've got a Wednesday night show on the good, the bad, the ugly, or the Sunday night takeaway. We are having a fucking party. All right, so you've heard it here. Yeah.
We'll be noting that down. Did I do my picks? I've got to look at because I've got to update the thing. Well, I've done it. Should have done it by now.
You've been sending Tony your pictures.
What picks are it? I don't want to know. I've seen him on the mobile phone earlier. Tom, he's got it down like this. I think he's you zoom into him.
Oh, he's already there.
They're zooming in, and then you start to see this happening.
Oh,
Anthony,
God.
Just
you
remember to take the glasses off.
You can't zoom in on them Alcatel phones. You can't
Got
do
to take
that.
the glasses off though, Tony, because otherwise we can see the reflection on what's on the screen.
Yeah.
Might get the
Words
channel
of
taken
Herbert. Bristol City can sort off the Herbert family of rovers through and through.
No.
You're probably above Anthony because you're the better brother, no doubt. Shots fired.
Shot fire. I forgot what football team does Trip Vic support? It's Premier League
Hull
team.
City and Man United.
Hull City. That's it. That's the one. Hull City. Yeah.
He paid the club £1 a year for all the Sports Direct signs around the ground. Fucking tight-ass bastard. Colin saying, question for you, gentlemen. What is your expectations for your respective clubs for the season?
Premier League.
The trouble.
Survive relegation. Do one of you two? I got. One of you's getting relegated, and one of you's just going to survive it. I don't know which one. Hey, shall I flip a coin? Yeah, heads and tails team.
What if, right? You flip the coin and it lands on the side.
Say heads because it's a double-headed coin.
Whoever gave you that coin likes to give heads.
Oh, it was Donna. Sorry.
So you've been meeting up with Donna, have you?
I reckon that's what happened to Tom.
We had to be careful there. Anthony. Fuzzy nearly sprayed out his drink. That would have seen electrical sparks and everything going up in front of him. We blew his keyboard out.
Oh God.
For West Ham, I think if you look at it, I think now that we might see a bit of a turnaround. I think I was hoping for at the time when we first looked at all these signings and 8th or 9th position. But I suppose 8th to 10th position now. I'll go with that. We can finish mid-table on that for his first season, considering how we've kind of started to where we are now. I'll take that. I think more than anything else, Colin. Bargav saying Joel Glazier found a nice excuse to escape the hurricane. Jeez.
I hope their ranch gets fucking destroyed.
Anthony enjoying the Pirates drink. Man City won 2-0 versus Barca.
Fucking hell.
Arsenal women lost 5-2 to Bayern. City owners are stripped the high full
Jesus
tether. Yeah.
Christ. Oh no.
I've been up and down the league like a yo-yo. Rate his picks. Lord, I say he's like what he said off as well. My predictions. Richard saying the older ones were always right. Explain why you chose Arsenal to support in 1987. I remember our mum bought you a joke book for Christmas that year. That might explain it.
Well, I think I might have dropped him on the head for him to support Man United when he was a baby. You know, it's just it is what it is, though, isn't it? Really? But I think it was before that, Rich, because I can actually remember Arsenal beating Liverpool 3-2, and Brian Talbot scored the winning goal, the free kick, and you know, that's what started me liking him.
Just see what you're laughing at. Top 8 finish for me still, says Matt. Pepsi's going heads or tails, who gets Southgate. 9th and 11th for me, yeah. Agree on that one as well. Are we going to visit OT in the Championship playing Bristol City? You never know. Yeah, me. Anthony enjoying doner kebabs and crabs.
Well, the kebabs are for the mains, and the crabs are for dessert. So you know, it's lovely. And then what they do, they give you the hair to floss with that. You get the bits out your teeth. There's no toothpick. It's just hair. Sorry, Fuzz. I shouldn't be talking about your misses like this. I do apologize. But you know, I only like a joke.
I agree with this from Matt, though. I think we need Europe, though, Lawrence. Otherwise, we'll struggle to attract quality players. I agree on that. I think, you know, with all the players we've signed, I think Europe is definitely one we look at, you know, to get to. Michael Blees is saying Wolves looking odds to go down. So that means one team that came and stays. Who will it be? I'd like to say Ipswich. That'll stay. So Wolves are looking odds to go down. Odds on to go down. So that means one team that came stays. Who will it be at the three that's been got promoted? For me, I'd say Ipswich.
I didn't know if Leicester's not playing. Leicester's playing all right as well. Mm-hmm. I personally think I've already got predicted my three to go down: Southampton, Wolves, and I hate to say it, but I think Everton.
There's a possibility, mate. Yeah,
you know.
Right edge dick. No, yeah, it's possibly is that. Yeah.
It wasn't Ange, it was Tom's.
Everybody has jokes. Farmer sheep man. Morris is Lord is saying, look, everyone has jokes. Farmer sheep man. Morris is great.
I predicted 1 inch.
Dad's saying for all three, what's your predictions for England tomorrow?
Oh, God.
England to win 2-0 and Harry Maguire to celebrate from a Greek jail cell.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to push the doors out here. Early doors. I'm gonna 3-1.
Yeah, I'll go with a 3-0 actually. I think that's the way it'll be.
Yeah.
So I think old Kane, isn't he struggling to kind of get himself to fitness?
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Yeah. Arsenal man is saying there's a video of a Mouse Spurs content creator getting up, turning his back to the cam and twerking his butt in celebration after 2-0 lead versus Brighton. It was an uncomfortable situation.
That was Deji.
Oh, so it wasn't. It wasn't expressions then.
Yeah.
Mind assuming that expressions assume you go and do blood and whatnot. Matt agreed on what I want and get to do different things. True, Lawrence. Big Ange rated 11 out of 10 by a trusted source.
You don't measure 11 out of 10 in inch measurements, okay? It's not how
Yeah,
it's-
but apparently he's agreeing with you, Fuzz. It's off the Victor scale. So look,
Ah.
so this is what I'm saying.
That's true. just get it out and lay it on the table.
West Ham will be spending big in Germany on deep heat to keep the pensioners warm. Fuck yeah, no, Richard. Yeah, Pepsi's saying my prediction for England tomorrow is cold and wet.
Fucking it is all week.
True. Could be worse. Could be Florida.
Yeah, not good at all there.
Ooh,
It's not that spicy. Did the Spurs fan leave things dangling? So let me just update the thing. That should be that, right. So do we want to see the table?
Go on then. Buzz, you've got to respect this table. Because in all fairness, Tony's messaged me. He does this table on his lunch break when he's at work. Did you know that?
Well, if Tony's not top, then I would be a bit kerfuffled with why he's not tried to spin results.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't think he is
Tried
top.
to build the gap.
I think that's my prediction. Tony's not top.
He's got his own 115 charges to worry about.
Yeah,
He's been relegated. He's been relegated out of the league.
Baby, because that's just put a good point up on there. So Wednesday. Oh no, we can do it on Wednesday, can't we? Next Wednesday. There. I'd watch anything but international football. There's no appeal unless it's World Cup or something. Yeah, it's true. Yes. Henry's asking, if you're free tomorrow evening for a collab. Let me know what time, Henry, and that, and I'll come back to you on that. Message me if you can. Daz is asking, is it next week predictions, Tony? Yeah, we do the next week. We do the predictions, so we've got a week off on that one, Daz, but I'm going to come and bring up the table in a minute. Trip saying England should play decent football tomorrow, but it's still going to be boring for sure, as always with these things. Why they do it? I mean, the only kind of saving grace is they're doing it early. It's only teams that've got players injured.
Yeah. Is there a next game Sunday or Monday? You got two, haven't they?
Sunday, I believe.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I think it's Sunday. Right, let me just get this table up and share. So there has been some movement at the top.
No, that was fuzzy.
So Joe,
my hair there. So.
Joe Herbert is now top of the table.
Oh, well done, Joe. He's only 9 years above you, Fuzz. Where are you?
So
I'm off the screen.
So let me just show you this. So yeah, so there you got, Richard is third, Anthony and James fourth and fifth, Henry's sixth.
Mate. Oh, I'm doing better than Man United. And Ten Hag should take tips from me, man.
Yeah, Fuzzy's moved up to 8. Pepsi's dropped down 1. DJ Crane's moved up to 10th. Trip is on 40 still. Lawrence has moved up as well. Michael Chelsea's also moved up. Daz has moved up, and the others are still kind of haven't joined in. But there we are. So we had a change at the top of the table there.
Bloody hell. It is, isn't it?
Carsley just a Southgate cone. Trip saying, imagine how unlucky are the people who went to Florida for vacation first time this week. Yeah, I think most of them are stuck in the hotels. Arsenal Max saying, have you revised your pre-season predictions for West Ham? What your predictions? Still virtually the same, Arsenal Max. Say probably dropped down a couple of places. That's about it. But other than that, no, not much has changed for me. I must admit. I think we've still got a good chance of doing things. Colin saying, Tony Fuzzy and Anthony, sorry I have to leave. Enjoyed the show, but I have to go do my career's duties for my friend. Carer's duty for my friend. We live. We've been a sport for since 60s. Used to be regular, but 5 years as a carer. Fair play to Colin, and also total respect for you as doing that as well, mate. Because I know that's not an easy thing. So hats off to you, mate, and appreciate what you do. Thanks, mate, and hopefully we'll see you soon again. Take it easy. Dad's saying, like Sunday 5 p.m. kickoff.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I knew it was. It was Sunday. Yeah, I think what time.
Emery's saying a lot of Herberts, that's for sure.
Hey, we know our stuff, Emery. It's good. I'm actually surprised Tony's actually put down to second.
Yeah, because you're good at your FPL and that, but predicting and that, you're dog shy.
I know. Compared to you,
saying,
well,
I'm doing better than you, mate. That's for sure. 3 Herberts, you're occupying all the Champions League qualifying spots. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, 10th. Yeah, DJ, you moving up there? Yeah. Trip saying I was missing for two game weeks and still somewhat respectable. Can't believe it. See, you're not bad at all, Trip. You've got to get back in there. Then 2 weeks you could be higher up the table. Michael Chelsea saying 13th reminds me of Clown Lake's first season at Chelsea, but it looks like Man United might eclipse us in that.
Clownios.
Look. Richard saying Clownios. And the oldest brother got the brains. The league table doesn't lie, does it, Ant?
You see that, Rich? You see that?
What? Got a bit of news that George Bulldog has passed away.
Oh, bloody hell.
31 years of age, plays for Panathinaikos. Former Sheffield United player.
Wow. Did they say what off?
Don't know yet. Just found him in his pool out in Greece.
Bloody hell. Condolences to his family. Pepsi saying FPL table, please. Yeah, I'll get up in a minute. I'm just going to catch up with the comments, Pepsi, and we'll get on there. Richard Will above Anthony. Yeah. Arsenal saying only Tony has a chance to beat the Herbert monopoly. Yeah. Kick him into the dirt in a minute, mate. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I started on this late, though. It has to be said. Absolutely, Marco, you did indeed, but you're doing very well. I'm pushing hard. Damn. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, you're right on their coattails. So let's try to stop that one. Let's just find the FPL one. Just make sure I got it. Restore the page. Oh, yeah, so he is. Let's get the FPL one up. So looking at that, where am I gone? So top yet, living Saliba Loca. Anthony Herbert second. That's the real Anthony Herbert that's winning. Anthony Herbert's on the shows at the bottom. Lee, Football Dad's Army, third. Crimea River. Shambles FC, fifth. Pepsi, sixth. Gone up. You moved up some places there, Pepsi. Ndanguna, seventh. Lawrence in eighth. Emery Baker, ninth. Move up places as well. Joe's gone down. Simon Gunn. Moss moved up. Daz Reynolds gone down. Richard stayed where he is. Living Saliba local. James Charles. Eltel or Jose, still on 20th. I've gone up into 22.
I'm still above
Jose.
Anthony, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Waffle TV. Sorry, Mumford. Fuzzy Gump, 27th. And the real Anthony Herbert, what's on the show now, bottom
That
at
is not
28th.
my team. I don't know nothing about that team, honestly. My team's at the top. That team, whoever that is with my name, right? I will tell the truth. They got so many points down below. They weren't even in the league, first of all. So they come in. They're about 3 or 4 weeks behind on the bloody on the game, on the predictions.
Yes, because somebody used all your login details. So all of this time you were trying to figure out unique login details to join the league.
And there's no. I wouldn't even call a team called Watch Me Now.
I think so. I think that's your low key secret project, the Watch Me Now project of Anthony Herbert. Watch Me Now, Arteta.
Yeah, but he's got to do it something in a Bristolian Yardie accent. Watch me now. Got to do something like that.
Combine Orvestar.
Henry's saying it's a lot of fun. I must admit, got to win something before I enter the Knackers yard. Yeah, Henry on Martel. Lawrence is saying enters at 211. And bottom.
No,
Yeah, this is the thing, Richard, but he won't own up to it. He won't own up to it.
did you log into my details then, Rich? If that's supposed to be me, because I don't know nothing about that. So
Yeah, Lawrence is saying, look, I knew Ant liked the bottom.
hey, I know where he's coming from.
Pepsi saying Jurgen Klopp going to win Formula One next year at Red Bull. Yeah, he's going to be driving around.
Yeah.
Pacers, Pirates tractor supporter. Pirates tractor supporter now.
Where's he coming from? Is that from your channel, Fuzzy? Pacers.
Yeah,
He is indeed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I still can't, unblock him. Unfortunately, so I can't do that. Or believe me, Pepsi. We've got a week of boredom basically with internationals, which is just a complete waste of time.
we have to join the rest of the real world. Like, why? Boring politic talks and the American elections ramping up as well, and people hating each other because they think differently, and God, it's crazy. Crazy.
It is absolutely crazy.
People complain about that.
Yeah. I told Fuzzy I'm off the weekend. So
I'm off this whole week. This weekend and
this
week.
Yeah. I'm off. I'm going. My missus, she's got family in Liverpool, so we're in Liverpool this weekend. So that's what we're going to be doing.
And he's going to go and take a photo of himself in the cop end wearing a Liverpool shirt.
Yeah, so Fuzzy said to me, he said, do us a favour, and he said, I'll put it on the show. He said, once you go into Anfield, he said, take a great big steamy shit,
preferably underneath the "This is Anfield" sign.
No, I'm not going to do that, Fuzz. Do you know what? I'll walk outside. I think.
Hold on, before you carry on, just want to say good night to Henry. Well time for bed. Good night, all. Have a good weekend. Same with you as well, Henry, as well. Thank you.
What I'll do, I'll most probably walk out. So I don't think I'll go into the stadium. I'll just walk out around it, sort of thing. Because apparently, where her uncle lives, is literally, I think about a 20-minute walk away from his house or something like that. So it's not too bad. So I'll just take a couple of pictures and send them in or something.
I quickly took them. Did you see? Have you see what your brother's put?
No, go on.
Oh Jesus!
I'm not going to put it out because that's.
That's
Trip saying the English weather is more interested in international football nowadays.
Oh my God! I know what. Yeah, I just read it. That won't surprise me coming from my brother. Seriously, I mean, let's be honest.
Anyway, guys, so as we come to the end of that, Fuzzy, can you just let us know what you got coming out and what else you're going to be doing with yourself? Strike it unlucky. Oh, fuck yeah, now. Pepsi.
What have I got coming up? Well, not a huge amount. We'll be listening into the Man United news and all that malarkey. And by the looks of it, we'll be going into Brentford, not this weekend, but next weekend. So I think there'll be a lot of people doing their sack-alongs. And yeah, I think we'll be in the same boat. Nothing really all that much to talk about. Probably another show this week just to cover the situation with Man United. Of course, then we'll have the Sunday night takeaway show, and of course the next episode 13 of A Good, the Bad, and the Ugly with the return of predictions. So we'll hopefully I can make up some points on that and also overtake Anthony, because that seems to be what is happening with everybody at the moment, all overtaking Anthony, sending down the table. We'll make it so he's bottom of 2 tables if we can. But yeah, aside from that, good to be back on the Wednesdays, and yeah, Ten Hag out.
Ace is saying, could Jose Mourinho get Ten Hag finally sacked after Fenerbahce defeat? Ooh, imagine that as well. Sweet justice, as they say. And Trip saying, can I post my prediction from last week? I swear I won't cheat.
No, that's what Tony used to do.
I have no idea what you're on about. Annie, what about yourself? What are you going to be coming up?
Coming up, Sunday. Well, we've got the Sunday night takeaway show. Send me the link for that one, so I'll still pop on, even if I pop on for an hour in Liverpool. I might be home by Sunday. There's a debate where we're going to come in Sunday or come in Monday.
But be careful if you do stream from Liverpool, though, because they might nick your phone.
This is true, guys. This is true. And
you're not got a show tomorrow, Lee?
No, because it's international football. So we got no show. So we're back on Tuesday with Football Dad's Army with Lee. If you're coming on there too, it's entirely up to you. And then Wednesday next night we got the good, the bad, and the ugly. Fuzzy touched on it. Predictions, back to predictions. So looking forward to that. So I like doing predictions. So it's all good, and it's nice to have the show back on. It's nice to see you back on too.
Thank you very much, mate. No, I appreciate it. And as always, you guys help out as always. That, and the people in the chat make it what it is.
Wasn't your story saying, but for him to lose, for his team to lose and cry, he was literally crying to me down the phone. Phoned me up with after Man United. I don't think I'm well enough to do the show tonight. It was because of a loss. He was really.
I haven't called anyone. I do what other Man United.
I run over to there, give you a pack of tissues.
We go out.
I tucked him in.
I go and I block every number
in his mouth. I could now you're right, Fuzz.
Block every number.
My block list goes from like about 10 to about 5,000 just for the weekends I lose football matches. It goes back down by the time I get to Monday, but still.
I've just seen something in the chat and I think it's a great shout. We'll come to that. Ace is Anthony still getting over Bristol Rovers 4-0 defeat last night.
I didn't even know they lost 4-0, I'll be honest with you. I didn't keep up with them.
Richard's saying an Arsenal fan going to view Anfield this weekend and he said about fucking brains.
I'm not going in. I didn't say I was going in.
Here we go. Look, Pepsi saying good, bad, and ugly Halloween special 3 weeks time. Oh yeah, that sounds good. And Trips come up that it was saying as well. Yeah, Anthony streaming from Merseyside Police Station. Yeah, great idea. Yeah, I agree on that, Mama. Tony could be Ted Hag. Trip said it. This is the other good shout as well. Are we dressing up for Halloween?
We've already got the what was it? The Tony mask.
Oh, I've already got the top mask. I put that. Yeah, I might wear that with a game show. Put that one on.
Bit more original. Look a bit better than that, you know.
Oh,
Kind of-
sorry, I put
kind-
the glasses
kind of-
last time.
kind
I'll
of
get
all
the
divine and,
glasses.
you know, can't be all divine and debonair. You know what I'm saying? You can't
Yeah.
do all that. You know.
Those massive eyebrows, that lovely goatee. You know. I've just got to get the glasses. Actually, do you know something? I actually do wear. I should be wearing glasses for when I'm actually on shows, like TVs and mobile phones and that sort of thing. But I never wear them.
All you got to do, mate, is just kind of, you know, your missus might be pissed with you, but just nick a couple of broom heads, and just glue them on your forehead, mate. That's all you got to do. Pepsi said Anthony could be Wurzel.
No, I
He
don't.
doesn't need to try to be Wurzel. He is
Well,
Wurzel.
Yes,
Yeah, Fuzzy, look, because Trip actually agrees with you. Anthony looks like Wurzel too.
I hope you enjoy your trip, Vic. But you know,
Pepsi saying Fuzzy Southgate. There you go. So
Yeah.
Ten Hag, Wurzel, and Southgate.
no.
Will Tony also say process like Ten Hag? Process. Fuzzy just needs.
Just to give a bit of an accent. It's all a part of the process.
Process.
You know,
Fuzzy
we have
just
to
speaks
lose football matches to understand what the process is.
processor.
We play beautiful football, but everybody doesn't see it because they turn off the channel 5 minutes in.
I know you didn't mean straight.
Trip
It's
saying,
all laughing.
I'm
I love it.
sorry,
I
Anthony,
love
I
it.
don't mean it. Trip, what he's not telling you in that, before he comes onto the show, and the reason why he was late today in that, he was covering up all the old straw pieces in that, because that's why he's put all makeup and mascara on to make himself look good for the show. That's why
Yeah,
he was late.
it was. And Fuzzy showed us all Trafford before we come on, didn't he? You know, that was the scenes at Old Trafford. That was a
But
good
people-
impression, by the way, Fuzzy. I'm going to big you up on that one. Seriously, it was a good impression.
Got to do Mikel Arteta impression.
Oh, I think, and I'm very happy with him. And I love Pep, and I like Man City. And I'm not going to see the other bit because we all see that in work. So
It's a fucking disgrace, guys. It's a fucking disgrace.
Yeah, but you know what I say at the end of this, isn't you? Richard Herbert saying, I bet Ant finds a gyro in Liverpool. I don't know, mate, because I don't think you get a chance to hit the floor, one of them things.
no, the fucking thing bounce before it hits the floor.
All the farm work makes Anthony less presentable. It's true, Jimmy. It really is, isn't it? And Richard Herbert, they haven't been around for 20 years.
Keep selling, Mama.
Mother, you got to remember, from their neck of the woods, it's still currency down that way. It hasn't changed. And don't wear his glasses no more because everyone said he looked like Julian Clary with them on.
Hang on, no one has ever said that, but hang on. Hang on. He gets in a piss when people turn around and actually speak to him. He looks like Peter Beardsley. I mean, let's be honest. I'm giving it back now on the show, so
You know, Peter Beardsley. Jesus Christ.
Actually, I'll tell you what, Rich, I'm going to send you the link for Sunday Night Takeaway. You can come on the show. And I'm going to see all the comments out there. Hiya, Pete.
Oh, brilliant. But people in the chat, thank you very much. It's an hour, nearly come up to an hour and 50. Appreciate your comments as always and the laughter we've had with this show. It's good to be back, and it's good to be with my two co-hosts as always.
Yeah.
And just before we go, as always, we have to say, trust the process.
Trust the greater good.
I'll say trust the process, and just because obviously they want me to do the Ten Hag thing, but other than that, yeah, for their great.
Cover your ears, folks. Cover your ears.
Here we
Oh, is
go.
it this one or the Sunday one?